Hi, guys. This is Vinney Chopra with Apartment Syndication Made Easy, Abundance Mindset, and also motivational talk. I have a great guest. Donnie's here. Donnie Boivin from Fort Worth, Texas, right there near Dallas. And we have been chatting about his superpowers. And please, Donnie, please introduce yourself and where you are right now and how you got there, kind of thing.
Thanks, Vinny. I like your energy already, bud. So right now I'm sitting on my farm in Fort Worth, Texas. But how I got here, the craziness of it, I turned 40 before I knew I could even open a business, right? They're just blue collar kid, you work, you get a job, you retire. Launched my company and had no idea what I was doing. 6 months in, my wife's car got repossessed.
Oh,
We
no.
almost lost a farm.
Mm.
My wife and I both cashed in our 401ks and went
Mhm.
from that moment to now. I'm the CEO of 3 companies, have one of the top podcasts called Growth Mode, 5 best-selling books, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, I
Uh,
love it.
my biggest mission on life is to help the corporate escapee, the corporate refugees, the people that left the corporate world to
Mhm.
start their own ventures, to actually find freedom in building a business, because it's
Mhm.
the hardest thing I've ever done. And I
Yeah.
don't think there's a tool on the planet that's better at getting you to meet the dude in the mirror than actually trying to build your own thing.
Such a great introduction. No,
Thanks,
thank you.
man.
This is so fabulous because lots of us, and myself included, I got out of the shackles 2015, but I started my real estate syndication business in 2004, 5, kind of learning about it, like that. So no, this is a very important topic we are talking about. We got to break those shackles, I say. But, again, people cannot go from a W-2 to zero W-2. So what would you say to those who want to change? What are maybe some of the factors? There is that driving force, right? Which has to get them moving in that direction to be an entrepreneur.
So I would agree with you that they shouldn't go from a W-2 to zero, but I did.
Ah,
Um, and I needed to have the pressure on me,
mhm.
because I think I was um, living, somebody else's life, living somebody else's dream, and I'd never actually bet on myself.
Yeah.
I think the most people that are contemplating, should they stay working for somebody else or should they go out on their own, it
Mhm.
really comes down to, do they want to live the life that they are currently living?
Mhm.
Right, which there's nothing wrong with that. I had a conversation with myself when I made the leap. You
Yep.
either get okay with this life, but you have to live this life. My problem is I kept dreaming, right? There's got to be something better. There's got to be something more amazing out
Mhm.
there. And I could not turn off that dream. There had to be something better.
Yeah.
So if you're going to stay in the world you're in, you have to become okay with that world and fully live in that world. And what I mean is, live an abundance mindset, live an abundance life, go
Mhm.
travel, go see things, live within your means.
Yeah.
But if you can't do that, then make the leap. And for a lot of people, the side hustle to business success is the right move, is the smarter move.
Mhm.
Go figure out what your business is, sell some things, and on the side until it jumps. But first decide, are you going to live the life you're living, or are you actually going to chase a dream?
That's $1 million question. So great. No, really, Donnie, I mean, so many of us, myself included, we just don't burn the bridges. I think
Yes,
that's the thing, you got to really say, I am definitely going in this direction. And it's going to take me, Rome was not built in a day, I say that, but you got to take incremental steps so that you're moving towards your dream, your goal, whatever it could be.
for
Just like
sure.
you said, if you're happy, contented, live that life. I love that. That's so true. If you're happy what you're making, you're happy with relationships. I just say the wheel of life actually is something comes to my mind, that we are able to write from the circle. If these are different spokes, right? Different things, and you give yourself from 1 to 5, whatever number in relationship, financial, spiritual, health, all those things, right? And if you join those points, and if it's not a circle, it could be a small circle, it could be big circle.
For
So,
sure. For sure.
just live your dream. The wheel of life just came to my mind as we were discussing.
Love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think a lot of people use life as an excuse not to live. And what I mean is they've bought a house, they're married, there's kids, there's all this stuff that
Mhm.
they've accumulated and are in their mind 100% responsible for. My answer is if life is preventing you from living, that's your fault. That
Aha.
means you're literally blaming your life. You're blaming your wife, your kids, your job, your career. Look, these are all choices you made, right?
Mhm.
And you can't let life be the thing that prevents you from actually living. So the people that are doing the job they hate are, you ask them, why the heck are you still there? And the response is because I got to take care of the family,
Mhm.
right? I respect that.
Mhm.
I think you should do something about it. And I think I don't know if I can cuss on your show, so I'll try not to. I think you're a jerk if you don't do
Mhm.
something about it, right? I think you're actually not taking care of your family if you don't, do something to find happiness in your world, because if you're miserable, you're going to make everybody else around you miserable,
Yeah.
right? Misery loves company. And,
Mhm.
if everybody else can be as miserable as you feel comfortable in that world.
So true, so true. And Donna, you're saying that so right, brother. I say that, when we get up in the morning, are we excited? I mean, the person who really controls you or me or anybody is when we do the shave or do toothbrush in the morning in the mirror. That's the person internally. That person is the one who can make or break the world around us,
For
for
sure.
us and around us,
Yeah. And I would challenge anybody, when you look at yourself in the mirror, say a short phrase, which is the words, I'm proud of you, and look yourself dead in the eyes. Because here's what I found. The day I
Mhm.
tell my wife that her Jeep was repossessed and we were about to lose everything,
Mhm.
that evening was a rough night. I was not holding up my end of the bargain.
Yeah.
I was not being a good husband. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror going, dude, what the hell are you doing?
Mhm.
And as I was looking there, I don't know why it popped in my head, but I uttered the words, I'm proud of you, trying to, get myself to feel better and the likes. And
Mhm.
instantly this like voice in the back of my head goes, no, you're not. Right. You're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing. You're not doing, the business development like you should be. You're not growing the company.
Mhm.
You're not being a business owner. You're not being a CEO. And I realized by saying I'm proud of you in the mirror that it was giving me a map, if you will, of the things I needed to go work on. So
Mhm.
I've said, okay, if I'm not proud that I'm not doing the business development activities, maybe the reach outs on LinkedIn, picking up the phone and calling people, the things that will actually grow my business,
Yeah.
then I have to go do those things until I get proud of it. And
Yeah.
what I found is the more that I did these things and I became proud that, hey, today, you know what? I connected
Mhm.
with a bunch of people on LinkedIn. I made a bunch of phone calls. I made a
Mhm.
bunch of new connections. I've got some sales conversations lined up. I was proud of that day.
Yeah.
Interesting thing is I'd go back to the mirror and I would say, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And something else would pop up. Right. It could be, well, all right, your business is growing, but your accounting looks like a mess. All the
Mhm.
numbers are wrong. So, okay,
Mhm.
cool. Now we got to go work on accounting. Let's get accounting right. Right. Then every time you go back to the mirror, something else pops up. And
Mhm.
whatever that thing that pops up is the thing you either got to go deal with, fix, or get over.
I love
And it becomes something that you can just continually do daily.
I love that. Love that, Donnie. And actually, I like to bring this up this is small magnifying glass. I have a bigger one also. But the key thing is focus, right?
Yep.
What we are talking is whatever part of business or life or relationship, when we focus, just like when we go in the sun and we put this, the rays of the sun,
Right.
and it won't do anything on the back of the fist unless it's concentrated and it's focused. And that's what our life is also. I say that, we got to be totally focused if you want to incrementally change that part of life. And
Agreed.
that's what you're talking about. And it's so important that as human beings, we are here for a very short period of time on this earth. Let's say if we live up to 100, that's like a dot in the dinosaur years, of course. But, in the centuries, we could also say that it's very small speck. And if we are able to just live the life, what I really loved what you have been saying is, if you're happy where you are, then live the life, for you, your surroundings, your family at that moment, and enjoy that. But if you want to grow, which most everybody should grow in life, because I think there is a lot more happiness comes, and people around you will be more satisfied when we are growing ourselves mentally, physically, everything, plus business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I think that a lot of people have gotten to a place in life where they are challenging the idea of, is this all life has to give me?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Mhm.
And I would push back that it is it unless you do something about it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not the self-help guy that says, all right, let's fire him up and let's go. You got this, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
It's one foot in front of the other. And look, building a business is hard, right? It is the
Yeah.
toughest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yep.
But I will put an interesting thought process out there. I have a full working farm. On my farm, I've got goats, chickens, geese, ducks, turkeys, whole menagerie, right?
Mhm.
Um, During the Texas summer, on a Sunday, I'd stayed out too late, partying with some friends,
Mhm.
and I didn't get up in my normal early morning routine to go wake up the farm. I slept in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I made the choice to sleep in, I didn't let my chickens out. And one of my chickens died of heat stroke. Okay. And I know it's a tragic story, but I tell this for a very important reason, is because I didn't get up and do the work that I was required to do, I
Mhm.
lost an animal, right? In life, I'm not the hustle and grind guy. I'm do the work until the work is done.
Yeah.
My goats can't let themselves out every morning. My chickens can't let themselves out every morning, right? My goats, if I don't put them up at night, they're a threat for predators to get them, right? Same
Mhm.
thing with the chickens. They're wide open for predators. So what people don't understand is the choices and the work that they're currently doing is
Mhm.
what's dictating the life that they're currently living.
Yeah.
To change that life is going to require you to do things that likely do not come natural for you,
Yep.
likely are going to be very, very hard to learn, but
Mhm.
it's doing those things consistently every day
Yeah.
and doing them every day that will get you to start changing your life. If you've seen anybody who's found success
Yeah.
and you follow their story, the thing they did, it was put in the work. They went, if they didn't know something, they went and learned it. If they wanted to learn, they found somebody who's already done it and started asking questions.
Mhm.
They jumped on YouTube and started, going to basically YouTube University and learning all the things. It's you've got to go study and learn the things you don't like you're doing your real estate thing.
Yep.
I guarantee that when you first started out real estate, you look like you had two heads going, what the heck do I do here? Right?
Totally, brother. Totally. 16 years back, I did not know what LOI meant. That's
Right?
letter of
Well, I'll
interest.
help you out. I don't know what LOI means now. Right? What does LOI mean?
Yeah, yeah, you're so right. Cash on cash and all these things. Now, I teach in my academy. I've written books. My third book is coming, but you're right. I think once we make that decision, that's what we are talking today, is to take charge of our life and the circumstances. It has to be internal, because seek out to get out of the W-2 job or whatever we are doing to become an entrepreneur. And it's a beautiful thing to become an entrepreneur, because you are adding more streams of income to your life. I mean, to your family, to your everybody. And you're able to do the kind of things you want to do in
For sure.
life.
For
No,
sure.
that's fantastic. How can people, you have given so many great nuggets. How can people reach you and how can you help them? Yeah.
Well, one quick thing that I want to just run it
Please,
back in
please.
that. So
Yes.
a lot of people will come up to me and say, okay, Donnie, I get it. Maybe I should start a business, but I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what I should start. I don't know. Here's what I'll tell everybody. I don't care what it is, start something.
Mm,
Because the reason you don't know what you want to do is because you haven't tried enough things to
yeah.
actually figure out what you are into and what you enjoy. So, guys, if you've made it this long hanging out with me and Vinney, and this was a fun conversation, you got any nuggets out of it, do Vinney a favor and share this episode with one person. Right.
Thank
I
you.
have my own podcast, and I can tell you, growing your audience and getting your message out to it is a lot of work. So
Right.
if you get any value out of this episode or any other, please share this episode out for him. It'll mean the world to him. If you want to get in touch with me, if you'll text the word success to
Yeah.
817-318-6030, I'll send you all my contact information, details, and some videos and stuff. But text the word success to 817-318-6030.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Donnie. It was such a pleasure to hang out with you, brother. And again, if I'm in there in Dallas area, Fort Worth, love to meet you also in
sure.
person. That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. And thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. And God bless you. Have a wonderful day.